Well, howdy. Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to some more red. It's probably what you're hoping for if you're looking for another sale. If you're looking for sanity, this is not the right place because, well, prices just keep going down, down, and down. I think yesterday was a really kind of uh, insane move that is almost a little bit of a bellwether of just more pain to come. Unfortunately, that's because if we really look at the spark lines, just these lines right here for yesterday, they tell us a lot, in my opinion, about just overall sentiments. That and we've been saying this. I hate to say that we've been saying this because that sucks. It's just been a pattern that's been impossible to break. Every rally that we've had has been convictionless. Everything that has been going up comes down. That was really shown yesterday in this what you're really looking for is this U, right? The beginning of the day you get the up and then you kind of get the straight down. And this was true of virtually every single stock yesterday. And it continues to be true of the tech sector, but more broadly, the everything sectors now. Everything's kind of getting hit. And what's interesting is up until late yesterday, crypto had been sitting around, like Bitcoin, for example, has been sitting around like 42K. But after those Netflix earnings, a couple hours later, people said, you know what? Maybe Netflix is a sign of more pain to come. If Netflix can drop 20% in an afternoon, then maybe it's time to go risk off. And look at this. I mean, we saw the drawdown in BTC, Cardano, Ethereum, Sheep, all of them, virtually all of them. Here, we'll go to CoinMarketCap for a moment. And really the question is when is the end, right? When is the end of this sort of pain and madness? Look at these spark lines over here on just the 7-day, and you see that sort of substantial drop there on the right side, followed by kind of hitting a little bit of that scaffold there, so to speak. I mean everything here red, with the exception of like the little green that you see from the stable coins, which is not even fair. But what's worth noting is we've had some really clear bad bellwethers. And I want to just mention a few of them here. Okay. I'm going to go back to this here for a moment. All right, here we go. All right. So, first of all, probably the most important one is yesterday. I'm kind of kidding when I say the most important one, although I don't really know what to make of it. But anyway, when I go here to Bloomberg.com and I go to log in, and I do my little two-factor thingy-majiggy here, I take this little device thingy here and I point it here. Oops, there we go. And I get this little code. Okay, the last time I got a wild code was last year, February 19th, and the market went to crap, which was not good. This is the code I got today, which is probably a little harder. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it gets a little harder to focus on. There you go. So some random assortment of digits here. No big deal. CDGV, whatever, doesn't mean anything, make anything of it. Last year, February 19th, I got Prey, and the market went to crap like immediately thereafter. Well, yesterday, and I didn't realize it until somebody in the comments said it, but yesterday I got SH9T, which yesterday I said, that's really weird. That's kind of like censored shit. And then somebody said this, and this, I kid you not, and I'm not a superstitious person, but it is the weirdest thing that I heard. And so SH9T, if you write that down and then ask yourself, what is the 9th letter of the alphabet? Okay. So in other words, you can look on screen right here. Thank you, StreamYard, for letting me do this. Anyway, SH9T, what is the 9th letter of the alphabet? and it literally completes it for you. Like, you don't even have to guess. They literally told you which letter of the alphabet to use while still being polite. Okay? That is like doubly freaky. Like, it was freaky when I got censored SH, but the fact that the 9th letter of the alphabet is literally the missing letter is quite strange. And given the fact that I have not had a word, well, okay, I did have Alec, like a couple weeks after Alec Baldwin's gun mysteriously went off without him apparently having his finger near the trigger. I got Alec, and I'm like, okay, that's just trying to troll him. But other than that, I hadn't gotten anything. So that's a weird one, the SH9T. Okay, so that's a problem. Then something that is a real issue, in my opinion. Very tough for me. I'm from MIT. That's funny. So a real issue is something that I like to call scaffolding in the market. Is when the market's falling, I like to look for scaffolding to help me understand when it's time to rebuy some smaller companies that have sold off more, right? And the scaffolding we drew on some of these companies as a way to determine when is it time to buy back in. Because, see, when the market's falling, it can continue to fall. But what you're looking for are tests. You're looking for the market to pass tests where it bounces off support levels. And then okay, we're going back into a sustainable rally. And this is different from here, if I go to the normal candlesticks for a moment, this is different from on this day, lemonade's up 5%. On this day, lemonade's up 8.6%, right? It's different from those little rallies because you don't want to take those green candlesticks and say, oh, that's it. The market's rebounding, time to go all in, because you could still be on this insane trend down. See, the trend down is marked by a lot of green and red. Like, you're going to have a lot of green days mixed in with a lot of red days on your way down. And so what's really important, in my opinion, is setting up these sort of scaffolds where we say, okay, they're not like, I mean, you can never guarantee anything with technical analysis, but they're not like series floors. I just call them scaffolds now because it's the most visually representative. And the good news is we hit these for a while. We hit them, and then we bounced, and then we bounced. The bad news is we broke a lot of these. We had Lemonade at 140 as we were tracking. This was not like I bought Lemonade at 40 thinking, oh my gosh, that's it. This is the bounce, right? This was the test of the market. And the market failed the test because it knocked over the scaffold. The same was true of Docu. Docu sat at 140 for a while, and it really tested this area here. Now it's at 123. The same was true of, let's do another one here, Cloudflare, right? At 129. So where was 129? The scaffold was here. This was the 129 area, kind of right where that horizontal is. And you could even see it get rejected by the same scaffold right over here, approximately, plus or minus a little bit. Enphase, some of these, I mean, here's 180, right? Same problem. You had the little scaffold here, didn't work. Now you've dropped even lower. And now you're almost bouncing off of the resistance, trying to get back up. I will say Carnival Cruise Lines is one of the few that has stayed above, but it's also started to rotate back to that scaffolding. And it's probably just a matter of time before it goes through that. RK at 92, somewhat of a support-ish over here. I think we actually drew this diagonal line for that, just a complete breakdown. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is, even a firm, right? Same thing. You had the scaffold here at like 91 briefly, and the reason this one was really incredible was because I didn't even draw this recently. I drew this like way back. This was like the last I want to say it was this cycle over here. Anyway, it really bounced off this about 3 solid times. You had an intraday bounce over here, where after, I think this was where the what's it called? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is like, oh, we're trying to learn more about buy now, pay laters or whatever, right? I think that was here. Anyway, you had roughly 3 moments here where you kind of tried testing what we saw way back when, but no, the market also broke that. And so, I mean, look at this. Even Trade Desk, like 67 now. There's no support. Is what I'm trying to say. Like the scaffold support is not really here, and it probably begets more pain until the Federal Reserve chills the F out. In fact, so I'm going to write down the failure of support. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. So we've got SH9T. We've got the failure of support. But then you've also got well, I don't know how big of a necessary catalyst it is. It's just commentary. I don't know, someone from the ECB, European Central Bank, this morning was talking about how Jerome Powell's got to really consider relaxing because they could impede the global recovery. So it's kind of wild to think how Jerome Powell has this power of affecting the entire world, but he does. And the Nasdaq's down about 12%. No, hold on, let me take a sip of this. Don't sue me, bro. Coffee here. Perfect. All right. So failure support, SH19. The Nasdaq really presenting a lot of pain in individual stocks, but indice wise, 11.9%. This doesn't even start the pain that we saw at the end of 2018. I mean, the end of 2018, I worry, is potentially going to look like a nothing burger compared to what we had or what we might have here. Because here, I want you to see this. We'll take a look at it. So you go to the QQQ and look at the end of 2018. And we know we had a sell-off with the S&P 500. Not a big deal. We know that. It was right here. In this kind of view, it doesn't look that impressive. But anyway, if you take the top of 2018 for the QQQ, which was, where's the darn thing? Oh, right here. 185.79 for QQQ, the tracking index. And I drag this to the bottom. It's only about 20%, 20.5%, which if you compare that to the S&P 500, is actually roughly the same thing that the S&P 500 did. So try to get the top here and drag this. Oops, not dragging. Come on. Drag. Okay. Google. Listen. It's like a little puppy. Anyway, both of them drew down about 20%. But what's wild, and this is potentially the more concerning aspect, is look at the right side divergence. So on the left side, you have relative convergence between the QQQ and S&P 500, and it could be because you're comparing to history, and these lines just look like they're closer together. But let's just quickly look from 5 years ago to the beginning of 2020. The S&P 500 was up about 43%, and the NASDAQ was up about 77%. So that's a 30 percentage point divergence, right, in performance. Okay, fine. If I now look at the performance from the pandemic, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write these prices down here because I don't think I have an easy way to do this. Otherwise, QQQ, we're going to manually do this. So the NASDAQ outperformed the S&P by 500, by 30 points, and had the similar 20% sell-off to the S&P 500 at the end of 2018. So 170, and then the SPY was 2288. Okay, great. Now we go to the recent peak that we've had, and that was probably end of December? Okay, end of December here. QQQ is at 39785. Wow. And 47496. Okay, let's just quickly see if there was much of a divergence there. and the performance of those two. So 39785 divided by 170. That's a 2.3x. I'll write that down. 2.3x. And then the S&P 500, well, the S&P 500 also looks like a 2x. 0.96 divided by, oh, that's going to be pretty similar, actually. That's crazy. Yeah, look at that, 2.07. So still had about a 0.23% outperformance over the S&P 500. So maybe it just looks that way, that the NASDAQ did a much, much larger kind of performance here than it did during this period, which maybe that's a sign that the NASDAQ would only go down as much as the S&P 500 did at the end of 2018 in sort of a worst case scenario. But it certainly doesn't seem that way when right now the S&P 500 is down about 5 to 6%, and the NASDAQ's down about twice as much. So even though looking at history, they maybe they should be operating more similarly, they aren't right now. The tech is definitely outperforming to the downside, and so I don't know what to make of that beyond, especially because I was really expecting that this divergence here would have been actually a lot larger than it was here, but it wasn't much more of an outperformance, which is really kind of interesting to look at. And so the fact that it's outperforming now is really a break of trend. It's a break of trend that we've seen in the last 5 years. I suppose that's the only thing we can make of that. And so I suppose that would be the thing to write down is you have a break of tech trend by the QQQ selling off so much more than the S&P. All right, for QQQ, oversell. Which then sometimes makes you wonder, like, okay, well, I mean, is that time to buy then, right? And that's always the hard question because the market just has no conviction right now. If you go over here and you look at the day chart for the NASDAQ, this is the first time, not in forever, but in a long time, that we've seen this kind of substantial break on the NASDAQ. You can see this relatively beautiful channel here going back to September 2020, and we just broke. That's not so ideal. And if we look at the S&P 500, I'm pretty sure we're straight through the 100-day moving average right now. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The curve through the 100-day moving average right here. Now, usually, and consistently in the past, this has been a buying signal. This has been like, oh man, all you have to do is buy under that yellow line, the 100-day moving average. But now it's below it. That's bad. Now, over the past 2 years, we've just been a buy the dip nation, But I can't help but be tempted to want to put together a meme, which I might do because, that's just what I do. I was thinking about staying up last night to do it, but then I got too lazy to do it. But I couldn't help myself. But yesterday we were watching the Titanic, and I couldn't help this scene. And I was kind of a little late in filming it. But anyway, I couldn't help myself but think that in this scene, I should label the top of the boat where the people are holding on. Right, where are they going to show it? Right here. Like right here, I'm like, oh, look, Lauren, hodlers. Oh my God, crap. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So. Anyway. Yeah. Probably the Titanic's probably not the best movie to be watching. But anyway, let's go back to. Oh yeah, Lauren laughed. So anywho, yeah, Netflix. Oh yeah, that's another issue. Okay, so okay, versus the what is it, 6.9% for the S&P. for SPY. Okay. So SH9T, failure of support, the double decline of the QQQ over the SPY, the break of trend for the QQQ and the SPY 100 DMA. That's no good. And and then of course, this is just a poop storm. I mean, this right here. Look, you want to know why the indices are red today? This is your perceived canary in the coal mine. Now, no guarantees. It could all be for nuts, but this is a potential problem. It's Netflix, right? How sad it is. But the issue with Netflix was not Q4. Okay. And you got to ask yourself this, folks. If the issue wasn't Q4, what was the issue? Guidance. Okay. Guidance for Q1. And what are we going into now? Earnings season, where we're going to get a whole lot of guidance and a whole lot of drama. Uh-huh. So, yeah. So now the question is, well, where's the bottom? And the real answer is nobody knows. Nobody's got a crystal ball. I mean, quite frankly, and this is always the crappy thing, the bottom could be today. It could have been yesterday. We haven't even opened up yet. That might be delusional because I don't know that the institutional short sellers and buyers with the big dollars are really interested in betting on Jerome Powell to be a dove. Jerome Powell is under a new manuscript given to him by Joe Biden, and that is, save me, otherwise you're going to end up getting replaced by the next president anyway. Yeah. Okay. Somebody's saying Piton up on pre-market. Like, the only reason Piton is up on pre-market is because the CEO came out and decried that the drama of yesterday with the halting of production was fake news, and that the market need not worry. They're doing everything they can to deal with their issues. I'm not sure how much confidence it really provided, but clearly enough for the market to be up 5%, and how they're like now chasing down and potentially pursuing legal action against a leaker. It sounded a little bit to me, I hate to say it, like a lash out. It sounded like the CEO is kind of just like, how dare you talk to the media? Now I'm mad. You're fired. Than anything that really should distill confidence. Yeah. Man, come on, Thomas. You can't liken money to cancer. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. Money don't solve cancer. Cancer is the worst thing in the world. That's one of the worst things. Well, I mean, there are a lot of really bad things in the world, and it's one of them. Anyway, so okay, all right. So how are we doing here? Well, let's take a look at some of the drama going on, and we're also going to take a look at break evens again. So Nasdaq under 1% right now in terms of a loss for the open, 3/4 on the S&P 500, and the Dow at about 0.46. We've got some. Here we go. IMF chief says Fed rate hike could throw cold water on global recovery. I was reading into some of her arguments, but they weren't too exciting. Yeah, let me grab 10-year break-evens and treasuries really quick too, and then we'll go. Oh, wow, look at the 10-year treasury. Look at that plummet. What happened? The 10-year treasury just plummeted. Why? And it doesn't even show on the chart yet. Why is it sitting at 1.75? The chart hasn't even been updated yet. Is it just like a little glitch? That's odd. Let me see. Hold on. I don't see a reason why the 10-year would plummet like that. We shall find out. Okie dokie here. All right. Oh, yep. 10 years at 1.75. Okay, what about the 5-year break even? 5-year break even is really seen as our inflation fear index. No, that's down too. You know what I did think was very interesting is Cathie Wood's flows have actually been better than expected. I thought the flow would stop. But if I go to ARK flows, yeah, if I look at the ARK flows, the last 3 days, people have been buying the dip in ARK. We had outflows on Friday, I believe, of about $322 million. No, that was on the 12th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Here, what? Yeah, 12th. No, that was the 13th. Oh, the 12th was another outflow day. Okay, got it. So lots of outflows on the 12th and the 13th. But then here on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, she's had good inflows. So someone's buying the dip. Anyway. Yeah, that's actually an interesting question, Vinny. Who's making money in this? Right now, it's short sellers because I don't think that there's a very clear place to go. Gold is not the answer. It's been substantially underperforming. Oil is very volatile. If anything, it started to kind of inflect back down. I don't think recovery stocks are anything special. I don't think Nancy Pelosi is making money either. Let's see. I really think it's the people going to cash and the short sellers. They are potentially realizing losses because remember, a lot of short sellers are long the market, and that's something important to remember. Is the Wall Street bet movement always decries that short sellers are without a doubt evil people, and don't get me wrong, there are plenty of evil ones, but a lot of them are really just trying to hedge because you can't have a hedge fund and then have the market fall 50% and you be down 50%. Because the only way you're going to get more money is if you were shorting the market. Like nobody's going to call up your fund and go, I want to put more money in while the market's falling. This is not the way it works.
Had top line growth above that multiple, well above. I'm talking revenue growth. Well above.
Am I supposed to be against that? Yeah. I mean, let's go to let's go to Metaverse, okay? If you take a look at what you're talking about. Of course, we're talking about the old Facebook.
Yep. Okay. Is Jim, we're about 50-50 here, maybe 45-55 here on the market on the S&P 500 in green red. It's actually not that horrible, unless it all turns red. Why is Jim still talking about the metaverse? Stop. The metaverse is a meme and momentum. That's all it is. We've got video games, and for the time being, there's no metaverse. There is no metaverse. In the future, there will be. Yes. All right. Let's see how things are behaving. All right. So at the open, Netflix doesn't know what the heck it wants to do. Disney's deciding to go green. Shift Technologies deciding to go more red. Peloton is actually deciding to go green on this news as well. Ubiquiti, I'll tell you, Ubiquiti has done really well at holding on to essentially 300. For being a tech company, it's been holding on to 300 really well. Look at this. This 300 price level, where kind of the red line is, that we've been rubber banding around here, has really been holding since June. DWAC is up. But I do see some red candlesticks here, so I don't know how long that'll last. Good old DWAC. Anyway, then what do you got over here? Look at that. Tesla is up about 0.5%, so that's good. Cloudflare trying to rotate up. Okay, so some love coming here. SARC rotating down a little. That means ARC's actually going up a little. How are our megas doing? Our mega homies here. Mega homies. Oh, look at that. A little bit of recovery here. Apple. Matterport. Oh my gosh. 5.9%. At this point, it's just laughable. Disney, 4.95. Arrival, 3.42. Palantir, 2.75. What? There's Robinhood and Trade Desk at about 2.4 to the downside. Tattooed Chef, 1280. Oh my goodness. Rocket Mortgage, Square's at 125, folks. Etsy, 157. How's Amazon? Amazon was for a minute there under 3,000. Wow. Wow. Google. Yeah. Okay. So the only things going up right now are, Affirm. Okay, 1.42% on Affirm. Lucid, Open Door, DWAC, Ubiquiti, Peloton. Apple's trying to come around. Right here. Yeah, Apple's trying to move. Visa, Tesla, they're trying to make some moves here. It's not necessarily horrible. Okay, I'm gonna let's see for all. Oh, look at that! You got Bitcoin moving up a little bit as well, with the market. The minute chart here on BTC is showing a little bit of love on recovery. Notice how. Drew, you got to turn off those Yahoo notifications. Yes, we're going to be talking about shorting again in the course member live stream today, so stay tuned. But notice how BTC is moves when the tech market opens and shows, tech's recovering a little bit. Buy BTC. It's almost like the BTC market was waiting for this opportunity, or to get a confirmation from the tech industry. Look at gold over the past few months. Definitely has been a good place to put your money over the last few months, not November to present. November, is that true? I thought it was like stuck at $1,800. I don't really track commods, but I will. Let me see. Gold spot. Gold dollar spot. Line chart. I mean, if you're talking about going from like 1792 to 1840, which you probably are, you would have had to have bought around literally the last few days of the month, because you could have been down as well. There was a big hump there in the middle. But if I go back 5 years, I mean, for the amount of uncertainty the market has, gold hasn't been that excitable. I'll pull it up one second. So shout out to Bloomberg for letting me share the chart. That's not that excitable, unfortunately. For the amount of drama that 2021 brought and the beginning of 2022 brought, it certainly does not seem to be a substantial play. But okay, steady. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's somewhat fair. I'll accept that. Anyway, what is this? You bought Peloton puts, says someone. you know, they could still pay off. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't take much for this market to rotate back to the downside. I have to say, I'm impressed with Lucid. The fact that it's maintaining this $40 price is quite impressive. Where is? Let me see here. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, just had to send a quick message. Okay, so I do want to see what the suits are saying. I know that Jim Cramer is saying the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 are having their worst month since March. But what I really want to do is I want to see what the suits are saying. So let's go find out. Rug pull at 10 a.m.? Nope. 6:59 or 9:59. Semiconductors are driving much of tech's declines. Chip stocks are increasingly significantly a pain point in the yield-driven tech sector, despite robust demand. Infotech just edged past real estate and consumer discretionary as the worst performing S&P 500 sector through Thursday. Semiconductors is the second worst compared to software. So chips down 13%, software down 9%, hardware and equipment down 8%. Let's see. It's risk off for value and tech. Tech stocks seem set for a rough morning. Well, this was written before we opened, but also banks are down 1%. So value is the impression there. Let's go look at the banks for a moment. Let's see if they're recovering too. Danke. Yeah. There's JPM down 1%. Nvidia down 1%. Netflix not very happy. Netflix 21.45%, kind of worsening here. Open Doors moving up. Well, there's Nike, 1.9%. Cloudflare rotating back down here. Dwack also pushing down. Goog tried going up about 0.5%, rotating up. Let me see some more of what else suits are saying. Okay. Treasuries rallying on Asian-based demand and short covering. Asian-based accounts have continued to buy 10-year notes. There has also been a smattering of short covering in the long bonds, traders tell me. U.S. accounts have been both buyers and sellers in the 2-year sector so far today, brokers confirm. That's interesting. There are a lot of short sellers in the Treasury market. And one of the things to pay attention to is when we start getting short covering. See, when we start getting short covering, that could be the sign of a bottom. And we really haven't seen any kind of real short covering yet. Let's look for a moment at the shorts. Have I ever done a full day market live stream? January 6th, you could somewhat call it a market live stream, but January 6th, 2021, that was 10 hours long. That was an insane day. But anyway, no, otherwise no. Okay, let's look at shorts for a moment, okay? So give me tickers. I need some tickers. Give me whatever tickers you want. I can't promise I'm going to get to everything. But what you're looking at is this chart. You can't really see. Can I move it up a little bit? Probably. No, I can't. Oh, you just... Hold on. Let's see here. I will just have to do this. All right. I'm going to look at this little chart here together. All right. So ARK, what are we at? Percent short. 14.55. Okay. DKNG. Let's do this fast. Well, 11.7 Tesla. And again, you're looking for an inflection to the downside. Like Tesla is not actually that short. It's only 2.55% short. But at this point, I don't think many people actually short Tesla anymore. That has been a losing proposition. Coin's actually not that short either. Let's look at the small caps for a moment. 20, a little bit of a drawdown there on Shift Technologies, 29.85. How about TTCF? These were some of the big shorters. Now, still up there, 31.9. LMND. 36% short. Wow. SoFi, yeah. Let's look at SoFi. I really like SoFi. I mean, they are so, it's incredible the amount of stuff they do. Doesn't mean it's a necessary buy right now. Hut's only 5% short. Palantir, oh yeah, oh man. 6.35% short. OUST. Why do I not know what that thing is? 12.43. Matterport. What the heck is FAMI? Matterport's actually up on the shorts. How about like the big ones? QQQ, Apple. Oh, look at the shorts go up on QQQ. So folks, here's January. I'm going to leave my mouse where January is. Look at the pumps and the shorts there. Actually, I can't leave my mouse there because I have to use it. How about the SPY? Well, little uptick here. Amazon. Somebody's making fun of me for not knowing about FAMI. Affirm. Okay. 6 point. It's actually not that much. 6.38. Up a little. Enphase. Only 3% on Enphase. Netflix. Yeah. It's a good one. Kind of down. That's nothing. Fubo. You should look at his net. Oh yeah, here's the Netflix chart. That was this. You could pause it if you want, or just look at this list right here. This is the one you want to look at. Short interest is percentage of flow. Beyond Meat's a good one. Microvision 18%. Beyond is 36%. See, none of them are really inflecting to the downside. Oh, what's the short bond fund? Can somebody give me that one for a moment? Michael Burry short bond treasury. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Was it TLT? So he was shorting TLT. Let's see that TLT. Wow, it's 30% short. Oh my gosh. The bond fund. Oh. Wow. Wow. I already did whatever this FAMI thing is. It's at 21 cents. Oh, I see. Thank you. Rivian, that's a good one. Oh, Rivian and Lucid. Let's look at those. Rivian's up. It's only 6.3%. That's shocking to me. Lucid 18, also up. CRSR. Okay, I'm not doing any more of this. Oh, out of respect for Sundial, I will do Sundial. I feel so bad. Sundial, but everybody's feeling it. Oh, we got to do Piton too, though. Piton and I don't know. The chart's not loading for Piton, but it says it's only 9% short, 9.9. And GGPI. All right, last one. Yeah. All right. So certainly no clear moves to the what's it called? Oh, look at the SPY. Look at the garbage. Oh, look at that. Again, this is, folks, the definition of convictionless bullcrap market. I kid you not. It is the definition of disaster. That's bad. That's really bad. And it makes you wonder, like, is it bottom yet? Probably not. Anyway. Oh yeah. All right. So more pain. less gains. I will be doing a probably. I don't know if I'm going to do an earlier. No, I might. There's a good chance I might do an earlier course member live today. Oh, look, a little rebound in the S&P 500. Let's see how quickly that gets squashed. You know, I feel like this is whack-a-mole. You know, it starts going up, and then you're just ready to so get the hammer ready. Just wait. Just wait. The hammer's gonna come. Just back in the hole you go. Oh gosh. Oh, that is so annoying. Does anybody ever have that on a chair? I think this is the second time this thing's broken, where like there's an armrest, but if you like go to get up and you lean your weight on it, the armrest collapses down. See, like if I do, oh, see, now it doesn't want to do it. But anyway, that it's been happening a lot. It's really annoying. It just sinks down. Hey, okay, well, so far I haven't seen the hammer yet here, but it certainly shows you the sentiment of this market. Nike's trying to hold on a little bit. Corsair's got 1% here. Cloudflare's sitting at 94. My goodness, 94. Gee whiz. Oh yeah, but what I was going to say is in the course member live stream, I'm going to be talking about a combination of calls and puts. So a little strat. So that'll be a little later today. I think probably the best way to advertise a gap fill for Tesla at 939. I'll look. I think the best way to advertise the course at this point is it's like in markets like this, it's mental therapy and strategy talk. It's like it's huddle up time. Obviously, when the market's in pain, it's it's rough. That's a rough time for everyone. So and even a lot of the short sellers, it's a rough time for, because again, most people are long the market. They just have shorts to cover themselves. So okay, no whack-a-mole yet on that on the SPY, but Tesla did go from positive to negative. I think we were up as much as 0.4% there for a moment. Now we're down 1.3%. So do I have a license to be your therapist? No, I have no licenses. I can't think of anything to say. Your armrest is like the stock market. You think it'll hold and it doesn't. Exactly. And then it's the unexpected dump too. It's funny now. And they replaced it once before under warranty. So I don't know what the problem is. Whatever. I know that sounds crazy, like under warranty for a chair, but it was under warranty. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of it. Like, don't sue me, bro. Like, come on. Oh, I love Secret Lab chairs. We got like 5 of them in the garage. Yeah, we got Jack a Secret Lab chair for Christmas. They have like a smaller one for children, and it's a creeper. All right, let's read Bloomberg here for a moment and Barron's. Minecraft Creeper Secret Labs chair. But quickly, just got to pitch that. Look at that. Look how cool this freaking thing is. Look at this. How cool is that? Oh, man. Jack's in love with this. And his Cyber Quad. That and the Cyber Quad. Anyway. Why? Oh, look, they're showing a trench. Are you serious? Oh, no. I thought that was like World War I and II. Oh, no. This can't be. Ukrainian soldier in a trench on the front line in Ukraine. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I did not know they were bringing the trenches back. I mean, I suppose to some degree it makes sense, but that's crazy. Oh, my gosh. I like 90% sure I mentioned the Galileo acquisition in my SoFi video. Like 90% sure because it was on my notes. I don't know. Now I don't know if I did. I thought my SoFi video was quite thorough, and that was definitely on my notes. Aha! We gotta put the FUD to bed. I don't like it when somebody tries to call me out.
These accounts
We gotta put
to
the
come
FUD
up with
to
the
rest.
money to borrow the money. If they
Where
can
is it?
cut out a bank and they can
Hold on. or somewhere around here. Let's see here. Can we hear this? Found out before we go into more of this banking news, to the fact that they acquired Galileo Financial. This is a boom. Sorry, I had to do it. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just didn't want to feel like a butthole not mentioning it. All right, where were we? Let's see here. Fed seen signaling March rate increase in asset runoff. Wow, wow, wow. Omicron is pushing small businesses to the brink. Okay, that is interesting. No worries, Alex. It's fine. It's fine. It was very brief. Imagine you were born in modest circumstances. You spent decades shaking off the limits of your hometown. Okay, what's the point here? I don't want to hear about the Dido white flag. I want the point. You know, this is like a long intro on a video on YouTube. Like, all right, come on. Small pandemic, Delta variant. I write about PPP funding. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go. Where's the freaking point? Christmas Eve, one of the employees called in sick. Next came a cascade of Omicron-induced call-outs. Yeah. Oh. Who heard about the Adele thing? Like, everybody was trying to get Adele tickets. Remember, that was like all the rage. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, she's like, sorry, we're not ready, and cancels the show like 4 hours before and blames Omicron. It's actually a good point. You know, it's a big issue. Oh, wait, Tesla got the hammer. Did the spy get the hammer? Oh, it got the hammer. Oh, yikes. The hammer dropped. Oh, it's just money, they say. It still hurts. Anywho, all right, folks. Well, I think that about does it for pain right now. We could just keep watching these little charts go down. Anyway, I will be making a video about some beautiful option potential strategies, both short and long. And with that said, I love y'all. That video will be in the course. We'll do that as a course member live stream. And folks, I gotta go now. Goodbye.